Perking you up. It's Mornings with Al Farabee on CFAX1070.
It's Friday. We always love checking in with the coach of the Victoria Shamrocks. Bob Hayes is joining us live at CFAX1070. Although, after last night's game in Westminster, Bob, I was hesitant to kind of chat with you this morning. I thought you might be ornery this morning.
No, it's losses happen, and that's you learn a whole lot more when you lose a game than when you win, and that just gives us a chance to refocus tonight for a game. There's not a lot of time to mull it over. We're back at it tonight, so no, I expect us to come out with a lot better effort right from the start.
It was a loss for the first time this season, 14-6 in New Westminster last night, and this was a team, New Westminster, I mean, that was their first win of the year. Was that kind of part of the story, just the fact that they kind of went into it a little hungrier than maybe your boys did?
I think they came out right from the start of the game and kind of take their style of game to us, and I don't like it when teams kind of try and impose their style of game on us. Usually it's the other way around for us. So it's just, once again, it's a learning lesson last night for us that we've got to be ready to play from the first face off, and yeah, it's a little part of it. I think I think that probably one of the worst things that could happen to us was having that big blowout game, the first game of the year,
yep.
And then we played two tight games, which showed that we can always battle to the end. And last night just weren't ready to go at the start of the game.
Did you kind of tell the players that after the game last night?
Yeah, I told them to eat their pizza and get ready for tonight's game. I'll talk a little bit in between periods, but sometimes they've got to mull things over themselves and look at themselves and just see what they can do. I can tell them a lot of different things what we see, but they need to I think look at themselves sometimes and determine what they need to do to be better. And I know they'll come out with a great effort tonight for sure.
Now tonight it is the Shamrocks. It's back to back, so a home Nate tonight at the Q Center taking on Maple Ridge. What do we know about the Burrards this season, Bob?
The Burrards haven't lost. I think they're 2-0. I think that's what they're at right now. So they play a different brand of lacrosse. That's rough. That's tough. That's a little on the aggressive side of stuff. And they usually bring the best out of us. We've had some great battles over the past couple of years in playoffs and regular seasons. So they're going to come ready to play and with their brand of lacrosse. And it's a good thing for us that we're coming off a loss last night. So we'll be more focused as well to put in a full 60-minute effort. So some of the Maple Ridge guys are currently playing in the Pro League, so not all their star players will be in there. But those teams that don't have all the stars sometimes are hard to play against when they just come out and work their butts off. So we'll be ready for whatever they bring at us tonight for sure.
Is there still, because we talked about this last year, still a lot of parity in the league this season as same as last season?
Sure, I would think so. We blew Nanaimo at the first game, and then had a close game with them, and had a close game with New West, and lost to New West. So those have been our first four games. So and a lot of the games this year in the season or in the league have been kind of close. There's been the odd little blowout here and there, but there's not a lot that really separates teams. And sometimes the hard work that teams put in can beat the talent that's out there, and that's a big contributing factor. Is just you got to come to play every night. You can never really look at the standings and figure out okay, Victoria's got this game in the bag tonight, because you can't rely on that stuff. You got to come out and play that 60 minutes and show up, because the other team wants to knock the Mann Cup champs off.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I guess you got to deal with that, right? So as you go through the season, everybody wants to knock off the champs.
Sure, they want. We're the measuring stick in this league, and people want to see how they stack up against us. So it's got to bring the best out of us and our opponents every night.
I'm not hearing panic in your voice whatsoever, though.
No, last year we lost our first two games and no panic, and this year we're missing some players, and once we get some of those players back in the lineup, I think a lot of that chemistry and gelling will come in. But the young kids who are rookies and first year Shamrocks are learning a ton right now. They're learning the good part of the game, and when you lose, you've got to really buckle down and find out where you've got to take your game to the next level. So it's a great learning experience here. I'd rather go through the season 10-8 instead of 18-0 and breeze through to not learn anything and not really get better at stuff. So
Do you tell the young players anything? Do you kind of let the veterans like Conway and Shatler kind of do the talking for you?
You know, one thing that's really impressed me with our veteran core, a lot of guys are teaching the young kids a lot of the finer points of the different things we're doing, and it's paying off, and that's really where the learning I think comes from. It comes so much better when a Jeff Shatler takes you aside and he gives you the finer points, or Reese Dutch or Corey Conway, like you said, and Greg Harnett is doing a great job, and Matt Yeager with the defensive guys. So there's a lot of great passing on of knowledge that maybe I haven't seen in the past, and that's a huge positive for this organization. Is those players are starting to take ownership in a lot of what's going on.
All right, we're looking forward to the bounce back tonight, Bob. Bob, thanks for joining us this morning.
You betcha.
All right, Bob Hayes, coach of the Victoria Shamrocks. It's Rocks hosting Maple Ridge tonight, 7:45. That's at the Q Center. Duffy will have a little bit more with sports coming up. 7:30 news, weather and sports next on CFAX 1070.